All right, guys, welcome to the London session. I go away for 2 hours and what happens? All chaos unleashes. I'm kidding. How's everyone doing, guys? I hope you guys are ready for London. London pretty much started the bull run last night, and it looks like they are continuing their plan. So first, I want to show you guys something before everybody gets scared that we're going to dump and the pump is over and all of that jazz, okay? This red line right here is called your conversion line, okay? Well, no, actually, this yellow line is called your conversion line, okay? I leave it. Yeah, sinister for sure, right? So this is called the conversion line. What that means is it is macro support for a longer term trend. Now, I did say, guys, if we break the 15-minute trend, we are probably going to drop. Well, literally 5 minutes after my live, or probably 20 minutes after my live, we broke the 15-minute trend. Okay, so we broke this trend right here. But now there's a new trend at the bottom. XMR hit ATH, there we go. Now there's a new trend at the bottom, guys. And the new trend is right here. So actually, if I throw up another RSI, Tim, thank you very much. If I throw up another RSI, guys, just without the arrows and stuff here, you will see that we broke this trend, which is, again, if you guys listen to the live, I said we would drop. But this is now what the new trend is bouncing off of, which makes complete sense because that is the low right there. Now, CJDV, I appreciate you. Tim, thank you, guys. So here's the thing, guys. Tokyo accumulates, right? Before the end of the Tokyo session, they dumped. Well, yeah, I guess you could kind of call it a dump. Really, this is just accumulation above the conversion line, but some people can call it a dump, whatever you want. We're still above the fair value gap. I don't see us breaking this fair value gap. There's a possibility we come down to come back down to 94.49 before the London Open. Very slight possibility, but for the most part, London is about to get ready for a big move. You can see the 30-minute is oversold. You can see the 45-minute is oversold. And you can see the 1 hour is now oversold. All these time frames are basically gearing up for a major move. Oversold. Now, New York is probably going to manipulate. White, thank you very much. Tim, CJDV. Everybody, guys, let's get this live rolling. So I've gotten a few people chat and be like, is this the end of the Bitcoin pump? No, it is not. As long as we remain above 94.2, which is your conversion line right here. But again, guys, we're in a macro channel here. We're most likely going to play this to 100K to 101. If we don't, then you're pretty much breaking a structure of an uptrend, and that would have to be based on the MACD, based on the daily moving up, based on the 18-hour, based on the 3-day. That would be very, very hard to break. Some catastrophic news would have to come out saying whatever it is, and then you would break right here. As long as we're above this conversion line, I am long, I am holding my long, I am doubling up, I am tripling up, I am DCAing, I'm quadrupling up on my long. Okay, that yellow line right there. Quintupling, doubling up on my long. Okay, so that is how bullish I am, guys, because this is playing the perfect structure, and this is what I want to see. I want to see a drop down to the conversion line, and I want to see a bounce off of this trend, and then I want to see a breakout right here. And we get the breakout right here, guys. You're going to see London probably pump to 97 tonight, okay? But again, anything could happen. Set your stop losses and profit. And we'll take a look at this in a minute. London is opening up in 1 hour. Tokyo dumped a bit. XMR hit 716, which is crazy. Yeah, just ATH after ATH. I will say XMR is going to be a beautiful short. I'm probably not going to long it just because if I was going to long, it would have been outside of the it would have been outside of my breakout. And honestly, I haven't really been watching XMR, so it is what it is. But here you can see that we've got a nice little uptrend on XMR. ATH is being hit. We possibly could hit 100 tonight. I'm not sure, because here's my thesis. We're turning into a Wednesday into New York. New York is usually bearish on a Wednesday. So I want to see how much volume London brings into the market up until 5 a.m. Stay tuned till the end, kids. Josh does one lap around his room in his birthday suit. And you guys can already see London is picking it up, right? So pretty much what happened yesterday, we faked out into Tokyo, we broke out into London, and we stayed overbought. The only thing is we need to break out of this little bull flag that we're in, right? Olga, good morning. Again, guys, so we got this bull flag right here. And now we need to break out. We break out. We are gone. Back at 95 like nothing happened. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes, guys. I really appreciate y'all. Look at that perfect back test of that conversion line. I would have liked to see 94.29, but if 94.29 happened, everybody would have got stopped out. So I'm okay with 91.4. And we break out of this right here. We're gangbusters, and London is getting ready to take it off to the races. And pretty much we break out of this high right here. You're going to 100K, 101, 100K. I don't know, 101, around that area. I think everyone will be happy with 100K. Sometimes I got to turn off my app, guys, or my messages, because I have people being like, oh no, should I close my spot? Should I do this? Should I do this? Nope. You should not be emotional. That's what I recommend, right? So let's go to the pack chat. I wanted to stay away from the pack chat. We still bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, not too many people said we were dropping, but no outside influence on this outlook of mine. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Bitcoin's oversold on every single time frame. London is going to pretty much pump this thing very hard, in my personal opinion. XRP, guys, hit that like button. Let's run up the live, fam. Let's get it. Let's get all the Londoners, all the UK fam, seeing where we're at right now. So XRP, let's look at XRP here. This is why I come on for market sessions, because that type of stuff is just doesn't make sense. So XRP bouncing off of the bottom as well, which means that XRP is pretty bottomed right here. So if anybody wants to get a long on XRP, that would be your area right there. You're bouncing off, you're oversold. Yeah, so you're faking out here on the 4 hour. You're kind of ranging at your fair value gap around this area would be my long on XRP. And then I would expect this to take off to kind of going sideways, but look to about 242 to 250 at the moment, right? Christoph, how you doing? Chili's and Pepe are doing great. Yeah, Chili's has been the winner, guys. Look at Chili's, 5.6. Chili's is going all the way to 12 cents. Guys, imagine if you would have held Chili's all the way to 12, 11.5, 12. Look at that. Bang, breakout, cup and handle, rounded bottom, whatever you want to call it. Banging, right? Just banging. So if I was going to get into a trade on Chili's, it would be around right here, around 5.5. The reason being is because you're breaking the conversion line, okay? I keep talking about this conversion line, guys, but the conversion line is like my significant other, okay? The conversion line, what women are always right? The conversion line is always right, always. The conversion line is never wrong, ever. If you break it, you're going down. If you break it, you're going up. Now, there's some tomorrow are fake outs. But if I was looking at a trade, guys, on Chili's, it would be right here. And I would take it all the way to 11 cents in that region. Chili's will go parabolic soon then, 1 USD. Yep, Chili's is getting ready. So after we break here, you're going to $1, right? But we are in a macro downtrend on Chili's. We're still in a downtrend, guys, keep in mind, but we can push all the way up to 11.3 on Chili's. Guys, who is in your longs still and who got scared and got out of the longs? All right, but if you do want a short or a spot trade, I do recommend around this area right here would be my Chili's entry, just around 5.3 to 5.6. That would be my Chili's entry, guys, if you want to get into Chili's. My stop loss would be about 4.9. So lower leverage, but about 4.9. You are in a huge rising pattern, but you can see Chili's is bullish. And I called the Chili's pump on my X account. Here we go, guys. Chili's is just rocketing. Rocketing. Look at that monthly. That monthly is going to send us parabolic on Chili's. All right. Shout out to everybody, guys. Tap that like button. Hit that like button. We looked at Pepe as well, right? So Pepe. Pepe is looking okay at your 800 SMA and at your bull market support band. Yeah, I would say this would be my long or my spot on Pepe right here. Beautiful fair value gap, guys. You're closing the fair value gap red on the 4 hour. This is good because that means you're back testing the fair value gap. So you typically want to close a higher time frame red if you want the continuation of the trend for the fair value gap. And that is what you're doing on Pepe. This would be my long on Pepe, and then we can see Pepe running to around all the way to the top, right? Pepe is getting ready to take off. You got a nice fair value gap right here. And you got a 44% pump coming up on Pepe. Let's take a look at Dash here, guys. Dash, we've been watching Dash. Shout out to all of you joining my London session live. Holy, Dash is moving up quick here. Dash is getting ready. Trying to. I still think Dash is, I don't know. I still think Dash is going to close red around 55 on the daily. But if not, we're just really that bullish. I would like Dash to close red right here, because then I know we're back testing the fair value gap. All right, guys. So we got about 45 minutes left in this candle. Bitcoin did break the 5-minute trend here. So that means that Bitcoin could come down to 94.7 and continue up, possibly. But we are in this bull flag right here. 15-minute is moving up. You broke out of that little 5-minute downtrend. This is a recipe for $101,000 Bitcoin. 100 to 101. This is what this is. If you want a recipe, you got 100K Bitcoin coming up for this type of TA. First punch in the face. How we doing, fam? I appreciate you for joining the live. Let's go, guys. Let's run up on London. London, take us to the promised land, please. I want to see if Woo broke out yet. Woo trade is not breaking out yet. It is about to. Look at this rounded bottom here in Woo trade. This is going to be one of my top trades, like Chili's, guys. Woo trade is going to take off and pump, fly, whatever you want to call it. You're looking at 62% on Woo trade. Huge pump coming up on Woo. What is Stacks doing? I know Stacks is not following Bitcoin at all, so I don't know if this is bearish or what. I wouldn't think so, but it's oversold now in the 1 hour. Caesar, how we doing? Welcome to the live, fam. I don't know. Stacks is a wild card for me right now. I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't short anything right now with Bitcoin being this bullish. But so what do you guys think? We pump up to 100K tonight and New York dumps it on Wednesday? Or what are you guys thinking? Because New York is typically manipulation. But if we break out in London, I don't really see us having any resistance other than right here, 96.7. I guess if you're oversold, London could pump it. New York could just come back down, manipulate, and then continue back up, because that is what New York has been doing. Possibly, or we just continue up to the top of the channel, right? All right. I got enough energy for the live, guys. We did a live earlier. Thank you guys for being a part of the live earlier. Thank you for being a part of the live now for our London session. I'm telling you guys right now, London is one of the most exciting sessions of the day. Why? Because there's not too much manipulation and there's actually real movement in London and you're not really manipulating too much. Okay, someone asked me to check H-bar earlier, but I didn't. We're going to go take a jab at H-bar right now. Okay, so we got a little channel here on H-bar. Let's see if we got a breakout on H-bar. So H-bar is going to pump all the way up to about 13 if you guys want to get in a scalp long. You should get a pump to H-bar on about 13, low leverage, stop loss below 12.2, around 12.2. I don't like trading in the middle of the channel. I'm just giving you guys the trade setup. Yeah, H-bar broke out, guys. So H-bar should pump all the way up to about 21 cents in that region right there. Of course, you're in the uptrend. You're in the channel right here. So H-bar is going to range. You can see it broke out. It actually back tested the breakout here. And now you're looking for a continuation up on H-bar. Just took take profit one on pump on my spot bag from the bottom. It broke out, still in the channel. Pump.fun. Set an alert just above the little sideways consolidation channel here. So Pump.fun broke out. It is in the uptrend channel here. Kind of what I'm waiting for Pump.fun to do is break out of this channel right here. Once we break this channel right here, we're going to take off on Pump.fun. Otherwise, we range back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we get a true breakout. But we did break out the downtrend on Pump.fun for sure. And you're looking at Pump.fun going absolutely parabolic. Nice low cap, easy money once it breaks out. Again, I'm going to set an alert. Olga, pump short is printing. Awesome. Nice to see you're in a short and it's running. I'm going to set an alert right here, guys, above right here, because once this breaks out, I'm looking for a massive pump, obviously. Okay, River. So we got roughly half an hour, guys, until the London session. You can probably see this range a bit. River's pumping a bit. River's a bit of a newer coin, which is fine. You could potentially see River hitting about $43. Now, it didn't come down to the bottom and test the trend after hitting the top twice. So you do have some bearish divergence on River. But yeah, you could do this. Essentially, though, for me to be 100% bullish, I would want to go to the side here and then continue up on an uptrend. That is a dope indicator. It's at the VWAP FVP right above price action. What's the name of that? Crew Change 470, thank you for commenting, fam. This is the VRVP. So VRVP. VRVP volume profile. But yeah, River is looking pretty good. Definitely don't try to short River. It's in a really good uptrend. Dolo, what is Dolo? Dolomite. I have not. Actually, maybe I have. So Dolo is looking pretty good too. Yeah, this is actually looking really good. You've got a breakout here. You got an inverse head and shoulder. If you can set your stop loss good enough here and it bounces around this fair value gap, there's a potential that Dolo can pump about 700%. It is about to flip the bull market support band and also the 200 SMA. I would be going very, very low leverage though, where it is right now. But ultimately, or you could get it above the conversion line, which would be 11, and then it would pop all the way here. But yeah, Dolo broke out and it could fly. Ethereum. Yeah, we don't talk about Ethereum enough. We should be talking about Ethereum more, but Ethereum's just so slow. So again, same thing, macro channel here, guys, on Ethereum. Same thing. Ethereum did the same thing Bitcoin did, right? Back tested your conversion line. This is very bullish, guys. Like, I can't explain how bullish this is. So you're back testing your conversion line on Ethereum. Now you're going to range a bit in this area right here. And then you continue up. You're looking at Ethereum hitting about $3,700 in record timing. Since I can't say London Bridge is falling down, what do I say? London fighter jets are in action. I don't know. We're about to flip the bull market support band on Ethereum too, which is huge. And essentially what that means is we're about to get very, very bullish on Ethereum. So yeah, a little bit of a pump pennant here. You're oversold. If I was going to get into a trade on ETH, it would be literally in this region. To about 3,700. If it broke the conversion line, that is the problem. So I'm going to set an alert on Ethereum because I want to know what Aave is doing and SNX, actually, synthetics. So this is a trade I trade, guys, when ETH takes off. Typically. So synthetics broke out in a huge rounded bottom. Now, let me show you guys something on synthetics. This thing could pump all the way to 251 on synthetics. So this trade is my golden goose. I haven't showed anybody yet because Ethereum hasn't broken out. But essentially, you can see synthetics pump all the way to the top. So what you want to do is you want to draw a little trend here. And if synthetics breaks out of 56, this has the possibility to pretty much skyrocket to $2. I believe the daily broke out. The 3-day broke out. And the weekly is starting to turn up with some bullish divergence on synthetics. And this bullish dive, guys, could literally take us to $2.59, $3. Even $1.90. So make sure you guys watch synthetics, because there will be fireworks. Do I think we pump on London? We either pump or we range. I don't see us really dropping into London. And the reason being is because we are bouncing off of the conversion line. So if London didn't want to pump the market, that is fine. But I don't see us breaking 94 at all. Now we are coming, like I said, we could possibly come back down to this trend line, which is about 94.7. So pretty much back testing the trend there. Possibility. But pretty much over this 4-hour candle, there's some red momentum here. Obviously, we can see that. After the 4-hour, we should settle down, and there should be some green momentum rolling in. WLFI, World Liberty Financial. So WLFI, man, I keep on messing up WLFI because every time I'm wanting to trade it, I forget. I could have longed it here. I could have longed it here, and I could have longed it here. Okay. WLFI dropping nicely from my short zone. There we go, right? But WLFI is in a channel. We do have some resistance right here. Right? So it hit the short area perfect. However, I can see WLFI going all the way up to 21 cents. So there's a possibility WLFI does pump to 21 cents. However, shorting it is perfect at the moment because you're rejecting that previous high that we were looking at from a bit ago. Now you can essentially see, guys, all WLFI did here. So we hit the top, we came down to the bottom, then we broke out 12 cents, and then we've been running ever since. And then you're pretty much looking at it hitting about 21 after the breakout, of course. Lowe's, how we doing? Dad duties, let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining the live, fam. London, 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 guys. Hit that like button. Let's get trending all over the United Kingdom. All right, let's see what we've got here moving. IP story. I know story's pumping already. Bear chain's looking pretty good. Pirate chain's looking pretty good. Ronin's looking pretty good. Woo Trade, I went over that one. Oh, wow. Cow Protocol. I made a lot of money off Cow before. I thought Cow was part of, I don't know. Oh, look at Cow, broke out already. 21, 26, bouncing off that fair value gap. Here's the banger, guys. Cow already broke out. Cow is flipping the bull market support band, getting bullish. We're hanging out at this fair value gap right here. I could see Cow pumping very hard to about 50 cents. And I know when Cow protocol runs, it absolutely flies, pumps, breaks out, run to the moon, whatever you want to call it. It is also forming. It is also forming an uptrend here. So essentially, if we broke out of this area right here, I could see Cow protocol pumping all the way to $2.70 to $3, guys. Cow protocol is looking very, very bullish. Very bullish. We just need to break out of that downtrend right there. Once we break out at 27, we're rolling breaking. South Korea lifts its 2017 ban, letting companies allocate up to 5% of capital into Bitcoin and crypto. There you go. Shout to Loza for that information. Cow protocol, guys, this is going to be a banger. Do not take your eyes off of it. Once it breaks out of here, this thing is gone, gone, gone. So I'm going to set an alert just above my POC right here, 30 cents on Cow. These are some of the trades that have been running. And they took off a long, long time ago. Altcoin is about to break out. Oh my gosh, Blur. Wow. Blur is another coin I made a lot of money on. Holy guys, Blur is about to get going too. Altcoins are coming up. Altcoins are getting ready. Let's just say that. So Blur hasn't broken out yet. But if it breaks out of here, it's going to take off. Set an alert on Blur. This is a moneymaker. Cow protocol is a moneymaker. Your 3-day already broke out on Blur. Yeah, breaking out. Your weekly is moving up, and I believe your weekly is even breaking out on Blur. Yeah, weekly is trying to break out too. So Blur and Cow protocol is looking crazy. Can I set any take profit for the short on WLFI? So looks like WLFI is breaking the trend there, which is good. You are still on an uptrend here, which I don't like. So my take profit would be about 17.8. But if we break out a 17.8, we are coming all the way down to here, and you did break the trend. So I would say there's a possibility this goes back down to 16.2. But we have a massive fair value gap here. That is the problem. So I would say about 17.8, but I have to see because this fair value gap could be major support. Otherwise, if we break this trend line, you are looking back at tripling bottom right here to about the POC around 16.8 in that region. All right, so it looks like you're back testing the 5 minutes here. You have a little inverse head and shoulder. Not sure if that'll play out. Maybe. Yeah, you do have an inverse head and shoulder here on Bitcoin. Kingdom Come, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for commenting. Where did I say the take profit is on Blur? So Blur hasn't broken out yet. So I'm pretty much looking for the breakout on Blur. Take profit is about 4.3 if you're longing it now. So about 4.4, 4.3, 4.4. But if you wait for the breakout and it does break out, you're looking at taking profit around 12.6 on Blur. And Blur is going to pump very, very hard because you're seeing the short term here breaking out. So this should pump to about 4.3 in the shorter term. Longer term, though, you're looking at about that 12, 13 cent region. Pretty much at the top of the 800 SMA right here. Professor Carter, that was a wick. I have no idea. It wicked to the top of that mini channel. I'm not sure. That was an insane wick. I was going to set my take profit there, but it just wicked there out of nowhere. All right, guys, so we should be bouncing off right here with the little inverse head and shoulder. Soon. We just need to break out of this 15-minute time frame here on Bitcoin. But yeah, London is getting ready to do some damage. London is absolutely getting ready to pump this market very, very hard. Thank you guys all for joining the live. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to all the new people on the live as well. Let's take a look at a coin that we haven't looked at earlier, Bonk. I want to see if Bonk broke out yet. Solana coins are lagging, which is fine. Bonk is getting ready, guys. Bonk is getting absolutely ready to melt faces. Bonk is right there, just right there. If this completes that inverse head and shoulder, you can literally see Bonk pumping, flipping the bull market support band and pumping all the way to 2 cents. Very, very quick. So set your alert right here on Bonk, because once Bonk breaks out, you're gone. You're going through that blank space pretty quick, right? Man, I drank all my water. All right. Too much talking today. Guys, don't miss out on these coins that I'm showing you guys. We are going to take off. Take off, take off. How about AVAX? Set your alerts. Make sure you guys are setting your alerts. When one coin breaks out, hit that take profit, flip to another breakout. You'll make more money. Okay, so AVAX broke out, I believe. Avalanche. We could very well have a red day in New York if London took us close to 100K. Or New York's probably going to manipulate and just continue to take us to 100K because we are very bullish. So AVAX is in a little uptrend here. Goldie, good morning from Amsterdam. Christoph, look at MYX. Okay, MYX. So what I would do, guys, on AVAX is I would set an alert right here on Avalanche. And once it breaks out of here, you're gone. You're pretty much going to pump to about $23-ish. So make sure you guys set an alert on AVAX because AVAX already broke out. Now AVAX is just going sideways here. Perfect bounce off your fair value gap. Yeah, AVAX is going to fly. You could probably see AVAX. Well, in the shorter term, you're going to see AVAX around $30. Okay, MYX. Okay, so MYX has still got that resistance right here. You're in a huge rounded bottom here on MYX. You could pump to the top here, but yeah, if it breaks this resistance, you're going to get a very, very big pump on MYX. So we're going to set an alert there. You'll pretty much form new all-time highs and probably pump to. This honestly could pump all the way up to $11 and ultimately 50 or more. Can I look at Solana? For sure. Hit that like button, guys. There's about to be a big move in the market. Big move. I'm preparing everybody as best as I can. All right, so Sol's been lagging pretty hard here. Let me see if it broke out. We're at 144. We got the top right here on Solana. So Solana's going to hit 162 and then hopefully break out. You're oversold on Sol. Yeah, so this would around 142 to 144 would be my entry on a long. And we can see Solana popping off to about at this point, 167. Solana's moving up a lot slower, guys, right? But when Solana breaks out, you're going to see all these other coins breaking out in the Solana ecosystem. Another one you want to look at is Miro. So Miro is getting ready to pump too here. Miro hit the bottom. Miro could pump all the way up to 1 penny. Miro has an inverse head and shoulders and a double bottom, and Miro is just straight money if it could break out. Now, I typically don't recommend getting into something until it breaks out. So it would have to break out, but it could definitely go to a penny and over 4 cents for sure. So that is a coin that I'm watching, Miro, and also WIF. The dog coins are looking looking okay. They're not necessarily looking prime, but they are looking okay. We got resistance right here on whiff. If we break out of 53, we flip that bull market support band. We enter into blank space. You're looking at this going back to $1 very, very quick. Smash that like button, guys. London is getting ready to do some damage, fam. Get ready for what London is about to do. I'm going to go fill up my water bottle here very quick, guys. Hit that like button. I'll be right back. All right. Too many lives. My head is going in a circle. It's all right. London is about to break out of that 15-minute right here. And we pretty much are breaking out of that 15-minute. That 5 already broke out. So we broke out of the 5. That's what we needed to do. The 15's breaking out, bouncing off this low. So here's when you guys are going to know we're going to drop very, very hard. Just so everybody knows. If we end up breaking this low right here, we're going to drop very hard. The reason being is because this hasn't reset to the bottom yet, which typically for us to become bullish, but if you're in a bullish market, the RSI doesn't really need to touch the bottom. If you notice we're at 100K or 99 and we break this area right here, then we are going to continue down. Okay. Stocks is going down. I don't know. I don't trust it. Yeah, it is dropping, right? I don't get this coin right now. It makes sense for a short because the trend broke. I don't know. Stacks is a bit weird for me. It was fine on a short before, but you know what? Maybe we come down to the bottom, right? Maybe we do play that out and maybe we drop down to the bottom. But if I am looking at stacks on the 3-day and daily, this could potentially hit the top of the resistance on the 3 days. So this is a wild card for me. But you've got resistance right here. Do I wish I would have held my short? Yeah, kind of. But at the same point in time, it's been bouncing around 40 cents. Do you think this is it's just a pullback before London to go higher? I don't know. I really don't know. All I know about stacks is the conversion line is right here. And the conversion line is going to act as major support at around 37. If we break 37, we are going to dump all the way down to 33. So I was set an alert here on STX. I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't get it because this typically used to follow Bitcoin. It is not following Bitcoin at all. All right, 5 more minutes into London here, guys. We broke out that 5-minute trend. And we are trying to break out of this resistance right here. Trying to. Four-hour MACD is still pushing up. 18-hour MACD is pushing up. Daily MACD is pushing up too. Now, where the big pump happened yesterday in London was around 3 a.m. I'm not going to be live till 3 a.m., but I am going to show you guys initially what we are looking at after this London close here. Now, we do have some resistance here, guys. Keep this in mind. So there's a possibility we just play the channel and do something like that until we break out. But if we break that 5-minute, we should definitely break off this little bullish flag right here. Let me look at my Ichimoku cloud. Right, so we're bouncing right off of the support on the Ichimoku cloud. Okay, I want to take a look at Ethereum Classic here, because when ETH breaks out, Ethereum Classic is a really good trade to look at. Let's see what ETH Classic is doing. So Ethereum Classic here is at a macro downtrend from August to 2025. But we bounced off the conversion line here. We could pump to about 14. ETH Classic broke out of the downtrend here. Yeah, I could see this going to about $21. I could see ETH Classic going to 21 out of the breakout. So guys, keep an eye on ETC. It does typically follow Ethereum. And there's huge bullish divergence on Ethereum Classic here. All right, all eyes on Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. We've got about 52 minutes left after bouncing off of this conversion line. With the 30-minute oversold, the 45-minute oversold, the 15-minute breaking out. So those are the main trades everybody should be watching, guys, and the levels, and definitely XRP. XRP is looking very, very good. At this fair value gap right here. All right. We are officially open on London. London has broken out. You're in a inverse head and shoulder here on the 1 minute. About to cross on your MACD here on the 15. There's the breakout on London, guys, right there on the 15-minute. And again, guys, keep in mind, within the first hour, you don't know the real direction. There could be a little fake out. There could be a little drop. There could be a little pump. But for the most part, we know that this is breaking out on the 15. So if we know this is breaking out on the 15, we know that there is a positive direction to the upside. Now the 1 hour is completely oversold. And we're just waiting for that 5 minute now to hit the top and break out. London is officially open. Shout out to everybody on the live. I appreciate you guys for joining. Let's look at Tether Dom here. Yeah, Tether Dom's dumping. Bitcoin's oversold. Tether Dom is overbought. We're about to flip bearish here in the daily. Our bull market support band has been bullish. We're about to flip bearish. With Bitcoin, we're about to flip bullish. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad for Tether Dom. We're just absolutely dumping here. All right. We have a confirmed breakout on the 15-minute and on the 5-minute. The only thing is I want to see if it breaks 95.4 or if it rejects. It looks like this is just slowly going up. And we're just waiting for kind of God candles now for the London session. Let's see what we can look at here. We'll see if Not ended up breaking out. I know Not is a low cap, but Not was looking really good. It didn't break out yet. Not yet, but it is about to. I would definitely keep an eye on Not, guys, because if it does break out, it hasn't yet, but if it does, there's a possibility for this thing to skyrocket. Now it is rejecting at the moment at that resistance, but I am setting alert right here above Not, because if I look at the 3-day or the daily, we did break out. So Farcoin's trending at the moment. I know we looked at Farcoin earlier. So Farcoin is slowly moving up, guys. It just broke the conversion line. I know it faked out there kind of, but you're looking at Farcoin pumping all the way to about 59 to 60 cents. You've got resistance right here. This would have been a good long right here at 37. But you got resistance right here. As long as Bitcoin kind of does this thing, you're looking at this pumping all the way to the top here, around 59 to 60 in that region. This is probably going to be one of the top trades based on the fact that we haven't hit the top of the channel after retracing the breakout, which would be about 60 cents. Okay, so this 1 hour time frame really isn't doing anything right now. We're just ranging. But again, guys, we are oversold. So into the second hour of London, you're probably going to see a lot of price action. Even before the first hour, I want to try and stay live to cover the breakout here. We'll see. Yeah, there's the breakout. So we've got the breakout. We're just waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. And we can see we're getting very, very close to this inverse head and shoulder breaking out here. I'm visualizing the 1 hour to make an inverse head and shoulders once the 21 EMA catches up on Bitcoin. So maybe 5 hours. Thank you. Happy birthday, man. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Now you're seeing the 1 minute oversold on Bitcoin, guys. So we just need this little bull flag downtrend to break out. That is it. Once we get that, then we are going to take off. But if you're looking at a long and you're not a long, this is where the area you would be longing. Yeah, I would say Farcoin's probably my top top at the moment. Someone mentioned gun earlier. I want to look at this coin. It pumped pretty hard. It broke out. Nope, never mind. It didn't break out. So gun is very, very close to breaking out. I would keep an eye on this one too, because if this breaks out, gun could fly. And we've also got IP, which is a story. IP was a good one here. Look at IP, guys. IP broke out. This would have been a crazy long right here, about 147. And then we were in a little bit of a ranging channel. And then again, we broke out at $3. IP is just absolutely ripping. And you're probably going to pump to about 17 bucks on story on IP, which is crazy. This would have been a really, really good long right here. All right, so Bitcoin is rejecting a bit. Let's see. 15-minute candle is about to close here. No, we already broke out. So we 100% broke out. Now you're just waiting for the... You're just really waiting for the 1 hour to close after London. Typically, the 1 hour is just normal trading, manipulation, whatever you want to call it. And then after the 1 hour is when real direction comes into the market. Now that 1 minute's overbought here, so we're very, very close to that 95.4. We have about 3 minutes left here on this 15-minute candle, and I kind of want to see what it does. And then after this 15-minute candle here, guys, we're going to end the live because I'll have more direction. I can already see that we're going to pump based on all the other oversold here, based on bouncing off the 15. Yeah, there's the breakout right there. You're going straight up now. So if we end up losing this and I'm not live, guys, we are going to drop. That is all I got to tell you guys. If we lose this low right here, we are going to drop. If not, you could expect us to pump to, well, you're looking at about 100 to about 101 in that region. Remember, guys, I will be live at 9 a.m. for the New York session, as long as my software works and everything's good. I would love to stay live for the full breakout, but I'm absolutely exhausted after the Tokyo live. And I want to get some sleep so I could do some stuff on my birthday day. But you guys could see the trajectory of the market. 30-minute going up, 45-minute going up, 1 hour about to go up. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. Look at those coins I mentioned. I showed you guys the get out of jail card, which is that 15-minute holding that support. HZF9068. New start, fam. New start. Beast Limitless is the future. I appreciate you. Subscribe. We're going live Tokyo session. We're going live London session. We're going live New York session. We're taking every single session here, guys, for the live. Let's see here. So we've got... Okay, this 15-minute candle's about to close 222, 95,222. We already broke out, guys. So that's really all I wanted to see, if we broke out, and we did. I just want to see if the breakout is going to hold after the 15-minute candle. Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you very much, guys, for being supportive, a part of the channel, a part of the fam. That 4 hours pointing up, guys, for another 4 hours too. Now, you do have bearish divergence, I will say that, but bearish divergence is going to print all day when you're bullish, right? So, okay, so 15 minutes moving up, MACD's crossing, breakout is confirmed. 5 minute has some room to the top. 1 minute's moving up. Yeah, we got a confirmed breakout here. Now essentially you're just waiting for now essentially you're just waiting for this little bull flag to break. Once the bull flag breaks, you're rocking and rolling. I would put a stop loss on Bitcoin at 94,100 or 94,200. And that is all I got for you guys tonight for the London session. So appreciate you guys for the London session. Wanted to break down the market the best I possibly could. I'm going to get to bed because I've done too many lives today. And if you're new to the channel, guys, if you're new to the channel, please join beastlimitless.com. It is completely free. Completely free. beastlimitless.com. Go hang out with everybody. I posted this Bitcoin setup today at 93,400. And we are rocking on our Bitcoin trade at the moment. That is my Bitcoin trade at the moment. But I'm going to go get some sleep. So hope you guys have a really good night. Shout out to the new people. 9 a.m. CST will be our New York live for sure.